So you've kind of pushed this. We've like tangentially touched two of the things that I had very burning questions about.
Okay, I'm listening.
The first has to do with 4th of July.
Okay.
Is 4th of July now the worst holiday? Let me explain.
Okay.
The past 2 nights.
Oh, yeah.
Despite the rain and everything else. Fireworks. Like loud, constant fireworks.
Yeah.
Till 3, 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
And it's going to happen again tonight.
Oh, it's going to be really bad tonight.
And it's going to be even worse on the actual 4th of July.
Yeah.
We're looking at 4 days now of just pure nonsense.
Yeah.
And you know, my dog is fine. She can handle it. But I know many people's dogs cannot withstand this sonic onslaught.
Yeah.
Assault. Sonic onslaught.
There you go.
That they're, you know, that's being forced upon them. Also, walking around the neighborhood this morning.
Yeah.
Every intersection.
There's like trash.
Tons of fireworks trash, stuff that people just left sitting there. You know, then it rained, so it's probably like mushy, and then there's like, I don't want to touch that. You know, it's just all sitting there, and I mean, it's just, I used to love 4th of July as a kid, right?
Yeah.
Going camping, going to the lake or whatever, right? There were fireworks, and we would get some, right? And we would purposely bring out like old toys, try to destroy them with fireworks. You know what I mean? Like that was part of the fun.
America.
Yeah. But no one let me just do it all night long.
Right.
And there were fireworks, and then it was like, all right, wrap it up.
Yeah. Is it the worst holiday now? It's one of them.
What other holiday do people act like this?
I swear to God, people were setting fireworks off on Memorial Day weekend, and I'm kind of like, how does that make sense? Like, let's celebrate the people that have died for our country by setting off fucking sparklies, you know, in the
Here's
air.
1,000 black cats.
Right, exactly. And it's kind of like people, at least in my neighborhood, which you see how close these houses are, right? And like,
have you been in my neighborhood?
I think I know where your neighborhood is.
You were there. It's like right north of Sense.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen.
Those houses are right next to each other.
Yeah. So you got competing firework displays through trees and power lines and like all this bullshit, and it's crackling over top of your house. I think that's the only benefit of things being wet, because there hasn't been there have not been as many ambulances that I've heard. So I don't know, but like, cause I live between 2 hospitals, so it's pretty loud, and the helicopter that life flights people from doing fucking stupid stuff, or actually legitimate things, but mainly stupid shit. It doesn't make any sense to me, and like I saw someone, and this is neither here nor there, but like I saw someone post on Facebook today, like, hey, instead of setting off fireworks, instead of going and buying hundreds of dollars of fireworks, just give it to the local animal shelter, or give it to something else, or give it to a veterans group, or give it to this. Do something else than that. Because it's not just animals that have a problem with fireworks.
Yeah, but if someone likes fireworks, why would they?
They can set fireworks off whenever they want. But like America, for 4 days and 4 nights.
That's what makes me so upset, because I actually love America. I love 4th of July. I love what it stands for.
Yeah.
But all this, I even like fireworks.
But not
I don't like the
in your neighborhood, like bombs
like,
going off.
Well, and then there's the other part, right? Like we're walking the dog, my wife and I.
Yeah.
Someone throws like just a little skinny one, right? But they, you know what I mean? And it was not close, but it's like, still, it's like, you little piece of shit. Like, you know, and then they wheel around the corner. Like, that's what people do, right? In the city, that's how, there's so many, like, a lot of, like, really bad words going through my head, but there's a lot of, like, just little fucking malcontents that just run around, and they don't actually want to do fireworks. What they want is cause problems, pick on people, shoot Roman candles close enough to someone's house that they get a reaction, and that's their...
Well, yeah.
That's like the thing for them.
But that's what these holidays do. It like opens up the window where it's like, hey, during this period of time, I get to act like this.
Yeah, my antisocial behaviors are welcomed, and
yeah, I get to set off fireworks or flip, freaking crackers at people, and it's kind of like, Happy 4th. It gives people an excuse to be the worst versions of themselves sometimes. And it's the same I don't understand how these holidays can turn into like literally a 4-day assault of people showing the worst sides of themselves. Like, just have a barbecue and hang out with your people. I don't know what's so wrong with that. Like, you have a day off, or most people do, if you do, just hang out and grill. There are people that have had parties behind me every single night since Thursday. And it's like, this is not a college town where I'm at.
As long as they're not doing fireworks, though, like, I guess I wouldn't care.
Oh, no, they set off shit all the time. And Remy is okay as long as, basically, I turn into, like, an old lady. That probably needs some explanation. I turned into an old lady over top of these types of holidays, which is basically, I don't ever leave my bed. Because if I don't leave my bed, Remy doesn't leave my bed. So she's fine. As long as we're just laying in bed and I'm not moving or I'm not doing anything around the house, that means I'm strapped to my bed for 4 fucking days, essentially, just trying to keep her calm. Because, otherwise she would just be...
You could also go about your life somewhat, though, and just let her get used to it and be like, dogs will take the signal from you.
I know that. I know. She already has... Her anxiety is higher than mine sometimes, which is, it's hard to combat. But I do know that. I'm not saying, okay, I shouldn't have said it that dramatically, but that's basically what we do, because it's the safest for her, for me to do that, because if she has a spaz attack and like prompts a seizure or something like that, I have to be as calm as possible around her. And that means I'm not doing anything. I'm not listening to music. I'm not doing anything loud. You know what I mean? To add to that level of literally what sometimes sounds like bombs going off. I don't know about your neighborhood.
Oh, it's very loud.
But some of these are not fireworks. Like, they're just not.
Well, what they are is commercial grade.
Yeah. That
people get their hands on.
Drive to Pennsylvania or some shit.
Something, or Indiana. I think that's the other place where you can get this crazy stuff. You also have people shooting guns in the air. Yes. Like lots and lots. And so, not always in the air either in Cleveland, but
it's pretty dumb. Well, yes, no. Sometimes they shoot at each other, but
a lot of it is just people
shooting guns off.
Just shooting guns in the air.
There's definitely some people west of us that do that. And it's like setting fireworks off in your backyard with no land, like right next to someone's fucking bedroom window, is one thing. But shooting a gun straight up in the air, that's pretty dumb.
That's really dumb.
Like, I don't understand. This is gonna sound almost like a Christmas thing. Like, we've forgotten the reason for the season. But like, I'm all for people celebrating and having a good time.
Do you know what a proper 4th of July used to be?
What's that?
When I was like 16.
Yeah.
At the lake, you'd have like the little parking lot where everyone would pull their boats out and they'd all be sitting there
and watch the fireworks.
Once they would like leave them on the trailer in like that lot, right?
Okay.
And then they'd go back to their campsite or their cabin or whatever. My friend Aaron and we knew like lots of people had beer on their boats all day.
Yeah.
And then they just pull them in and they wouldn't all necessarily take the coolers out.
Yeah.
So it would get dark and we'd like go out there and we just kind of like look in the boats, like see if they had a cooler.
Yeah.
And like, you might hit the mother load where you get like a 6-pack, but otherwise we'd like pinch like 4 beers to each from like different. Then we got
Oh my
that,
gosh.
and then you know what I mean. Then you're watching 4th of July fireworks.
Yeah.
You got your 3 lukewarm Budweisers that you pinched out of someone's boat, and see, that's 4th of July, right?
Yeah.
Also, this is as I got older. There's a thing in Central City, Nebraska. It's called the Fireman's Dance.
Yeah.
And it's literally like this. It's by the river. I don't know. It's a pavilion of sorts, but I think like the volunteer firefighters put on a dance.
That's really funny and sweet.
Well, it's not sweet.
Oh.
And it's not really funny either.
Oh,
It's
jeez.
like there's a lot of fights.
Oh, jeez.
It's fun.
Okay.
It's a blast. There's like, a lot of ladies and men and trying to, meet one another, and this leads to
arguments, disputes,
evolutionary behaviors.
Knuckle dragger. I said that last time. That's what I mean.
I mean, it's not always, but a little. It makes it entertaining.
Yeah.
But you know what there's not? A bunch of people shooting Roman candles at, trying to hit other people's windows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's good old-fashioned 4th of July fun.
Well, yes. Yeah. I would prefer that kind of fun to feeling like your home is under attack and like literally hearing stuff hit your roof. And
yeah, like this is Ukraine.
This is bad. It's very bad. And people are so non-apologetic about it. Like, this is the way I choose to celebrate. Yeah. So fuck you.
Don't judge me.
Don't judge me.
This is...
I'm sorry that those remnants...
My patriotism takes this form.
Right. You can't tell me that this is wrong because I equate it with, America. It's the 4th of July. So my patriotism, how I choose to show my patriotism is my business. Even though I'm setting off fireworks that slide down your fucking driveway into your garage. No big deal.
My latent patriotism is hidden underneath all these layers for 11 months of the year, but at this moment, it emerges.
It blooms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the those famous flowers that only bloom once a year. You know what I mean? And stink like garbage. That's what it is. I think you definitely, you're right about that. But it's like, it is becoming my least favorite holiday. It used to be we would go, locally. And then when I played, when I started playing music as a kid, like 13, 14 years old, I played in this community band. And they would literally, it was the biggest field you've ever seen. And they would set fireworks off all the way at the back corner. And everyone would just be sitting with blankets and beers. And we'd play a concert beforehand. And then it'd end with fucking, what's his name? Green. God bless.
Lee Greenwood.
With God Bless the USA coming through these speakers that are barely dangling from a post. You know what I mean?
That's state law that you have to play that song at the end.
It is. Wait, not everywhere, and I'll tell you about how the problems that we're going to have tomorrow night that have to do with exactly this.
State law?
No, not state law. This problem of people being like, I have a vacation day and I guess God bless America, but I'm going to get hammered on a fucking boat all day and then I'm going to be belligerent drunk at a band concert.
I respect that form of expression.
Belligerent drunk?
For 4th of July, yeah.
America.
better more than shooting off fireworks.
Okay. Well, yes, I'm fine with that. As long as you don't hurt anybody or yourself, but mainly anyone else. Yourself, you're asking for it. But that's fine. Okay, I would agree with that. The fireworks starting, Friday night for me, at least some of the first ones that I heard. Just go downtown. You know what I mean? And that's what that's what I was thinking about with the game tonight. I'm like, oh shit, is there going to be some fuckery downtown?
I don't think so.
I hope not. I like going downtown. I don't need any trouble. I don't want any trouble.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be an issue there. It's in the neighborhood.
Right.
Well, we'll probably have
a good show.
Do you want to place bets on whether or not the motorcycle 4-wheeler kids you know, they're looking for an opportunity to take over the street on 4th of July weekend.
Oh, my God.
So, you know, will those guys make an appearance?
Probably.
Even money.
This strip out, sorry, I just keep pointing at the wall. This strip out here ends.
Just for the listeners, she's pointing to the east.
This strip out here literally ends.
Now she's pointing north.
Stop. This strip, damn it. This strip, she just put her hands in her pockets. This strip out here ends, dead ends into a fucking police station. But it doesn't matter.
That's an interesting kind of police station.
Well, there's a roundabout, which, by the way, we can talk about those someday. Can we talk about roundabouts someday? That people don't understand how to fucking use roundabouts? Okay.
Happily.
Anyways, it keeps going, but it dead ends all the way up at Chagrin. But, like, people use that as a fucking drag strip. And it is alarming. And you hear them and you're like, did they just flip? Did they crash and died? Are they in the woods now? It's crazy. But all of the fuckery comes out, like, to play.
And once the fireworks are going off, it gives cover for so many other bad behaviors.
Oh, sure. And, like, when people accidentally blow themselves up or shoot out into the street or some accident happens, like it always does, or people are drunk driving or all that stuff, all of the police are occupado. And it gets really stupid. And mine's a pretty small neighborhood, and like my neighbors, I guess, are really grateful because apparently the person who lived here before was quite the douchebag, especially when it comes to fireworks. Like, those
people are never popular.
No, not especially. They're like, you're the best neighbor we've ever had. You know what I mean? And it's like, great, because I choose to celebrate in different ways.
I think that we need to rank the holidays.
Rank
the major ones.
In
regards
to what?
Well, like, to answer the question.
The fuckery that may afoot, or the reverse way, which is the best holiday for the least amount of fuckery?
Yeah. Well, just look, holidays have a sort of implicit ranking, right?
Sure.
To answer the question, I think we need to actually rank where 4th of July is at this point.
Oh, that's going to be tough.
So, we don't have to agree about all these, but I think it's pretty clear. So, to me, Thanksgiving is number 1.
Okay.
But some combination, I'm assuming you're going to be like Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, maybe one other. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
I think everyone would have that
pretty
in
close.
The top 5, right?
Yeah.
Or the top 3.
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know if I would put New Year's there. When I was 20 years old, that's a different story.
Oh, but college football, New Year's Day.
Oh, well, that's good.
So, yeah, that's my...
I'm thinking more of, like, the New Year's Eve, you know, the eve into the actual thing, not the football that will occur. But, yes, okay. It's good to celebrate, you know, the things that you love.
So, like, those 3 at the top.
I'd say so.
So, then you have probably the next tier. Normally, I would have...
That's like the S tier. Right.
Yeah, I would have 4th of July like in that next, that second tier, which is like Labor Day, 4th of July, Memorial Day, like the summer triumvirate, right?
Yeah.
The beginning, middle, and end of summer.
Yeah.
Then you have other things like Valentine's Day,
Easter.
Yeah.
That's
St. Patrick's Day.
Halloween. You didn't rank Halloween.
A lot of people like Halloween. I'm not a fan of Halloween, but a lot of people like it. So maybe it would be up there too.
So, okay.
So what I'm saying is, I think 4th of July is no longer in the top 5.
I don't think it's in top echelon. You know what I mean? It's not in the top 3 for me.
You'd rather have Valentine's Day than 4th of July?
Fuck no. Why would I? Yes. As a single person, I love Valentine's Day. It makes me feel great about the commercialization of love. I love it. It's fantastic. Love that.
I'd rather have St. Patty's Day above 4th of July at this point.
I think that St. Patrick's Day has gone up the list significantly as I've gotten older, because the fuckery is just drinking.
And it happens, trust me.
Oh, yes. But it's just drinking.
It's usually contained to the bars.
The bars. Exactly. It doesn't spread out into the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? St. Patty's Day used to be kind of like a non-event to me. You know what I mean?
Oh, in Chicago, it's a huge deal.
Well,
when I lived in Chicago, and like we literally invite friends to like
to
come and drink with us.
No, I mean, and I mean, as a kid, as a child, you know, St. Patty's Day was a non-event. You wear green to school, or people.
It's an adult holiday for sure.
For sure, but St. Patty's Day has gone way up the list in comparison to 4th of July. Memorial Day is starting to turn into a clusterfuck, at least around in this neighborhood. Yeah. And I don't understand why. But
it's a mini 4th of July.
Yeah.
And if you don't enforce the rules, it's like, oh.
Yeah.
Antisocial time.
Oh, sure. But it's like, it is like getting geared up for 4th of July.
Yeah.
And like, let's test out these fireworks and see if we set anything on fire.
Yeah. Did they make a big enough boom?
Yeah.
If not, we need to go and buy some different ones for 4th of July.
Bigger. So, okay, I would rank, I'm split a little bit. I think I would rank Christmas, not because of the presents, but because that's the way it's kind of shifted in our family. Thanksgiving used to be the big thing, but since my grandparents, I have no grandparents left. So since the grandparents passed away, Thanksgiving's not a big thing anymore with the whole family, but Christmas is turning into that now. So I would rank Christmas 1, Thanksgiving 2, and St. Patty's Day 3, for sure. And then after that, maybe New Year's, but I guess I am turning into antisocial because I refuse to set bombs off in the street.
Yeah.
But that one can sometimes turn really stupid.
It can.
And St. Patty's Day is up at the top.
It's pretty solid.
It is a solid. It's a solid, pointless holiday that you actually don't get any time work off, so you're fucked. You need to make good plans. Yeah. But yeah, the 4th of July has just turned into something.
Easter here is terrible just because the weather is always bad.
It's like bad.
It's never warm in April here.
It is.
Other places like in Cincinnati, Easter is like really nice because it's hot. It's, you know what I mean, like
yeah. St. Patty's Day is up in my top 3, just because of it's a good vibe. It's not everybody can play fake Irish. I'd rather have people running around acting like they're Irish than acting like they're being patriotic, setting bombs off in people's backyards. You know what I mean?
I agree.
So I prefer it. And I like that kind of like, that kind of vibe. This vibe, not great. I'm not feeling incredibly patriotic.
No.
Holding my animals. Like, it's okay. I swear to God, we're not under attack. And yes, I could do...
Clutching your kitties for independence.
Yes. Thank God, And you're right about the what you were saying earlier. Like, I could probably react better to it, but you should not have to prepare yourself. And I hope you'd agree with me. You should not have to prepare yourself to deal with that shit in your own home.
No, it's crazy.
Where you have no control over that shit, and it literally, there's shit hitting your house, or people throwing fucking firecrackers at you or something on the street. I love going downtown too, and I used to go downtown for the fireworks on the 4th. You know what I mean? If I didn't have something going on, love that. Or like they'd have them down at Nautica too, I think. But anyways, I used to love doing that shit. But then when you're trying to walk back to go to the rail or something like that, people are throwing fucking fireworks at you in the street. And it's like, why? Like, well, light America, America. And tossing little tiny grenades at you for no reason. Like, how is that? How is that?
I won't do it. I won't have it.
Yeah, but what do you do about it? Nothing.
Well, I mean, we just answered the question. Independence Day has fallen.
Stop. It's a good movie. It has fallen down the list for sure.